Yes, I'm born in Mauritius. I studied my fine arts in India. But first in my primary and secondary school, I have studied drawing and painting as a basic. Then I went for further studies in India where I specialize in sculpture. And my main subject is making of bronze sculptures. And in my foundry, I have made casting of several pieces from miniature to 4.5 meter high. Those sculptures are creative as well, realistic like portraits and life-size. And at primary school, I started working forms in plasticine. That was my first step in the world of art, you can say. And when I came to the age of 13, I started carving corals because our island is surrounded by the sea and lots of coral were available. And the coral is a material very soft for carving, and at that age it was easy for me for carving. And I tried stone carving, but for me it was difficult, it was hard also. So I carried on doing drawings and painting as a student, in primary and secondary school. And afterwards I got a scholarship by the ICCR to study my fine arts in MS University of Baroda. My studies of fine arts in India, I came back to Mauritius and I joined the Mahatma Gandhi Institute where I was teaching drawings and sculpture for 10 years. But side by side I had a project to make a sculpture garden on my own, where I want to make creative sculptures as well realistic figures. So for the time being I have already realized about 150 sculptures, some are in cement and others in stone, blue basalt stone. And I have my foundry where I do the casting of sculptures in bronze from miniature up to foreign. My father, he was a planter, and my mother, she's a housewife, but she liked, drawing. She was doing embroidery. Maybe they have some sense of art. So maybe I have inherited something, I don't know, but I have got the formation in my academic, when I studied my fine arts, so I developed it better. And so I can do creative sculptures as well portraits, that is realistic figures. So on the island I have realized about 25 portraits in bronze, which are done here in my workshop and in my foundry. And I also do life-size.
What kind of people you make portraits?
Mostly renowned figures, well-known personalities such as Prime Minister of Mauritius, the President, ministers, and some business people also. It depends on the orders I get. And I do creative sculptures. I have done recently a wall map of a Arab man. His name is Al-Idrisi. He said the wall is not flat, but it is round. So I made a globe in bronze. Paris was in 1997. So this was organized, it is a cultural exchange, the Ministry of Art and Culture in Mauritius and Société Internationale des Beaux-Arts in Paris. So I was selected to go and exhibit my bronze sculptures there. I exhibited, I think, 7 sculptures in bronze. Then I was awarded a Prix Taylor there. Yes.